Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing one of the latest arrivals from somewhere. I can't remember where I bought this from, but it's called Arduino. Focus. Yes. It's called Arduino. It's actually an electronics kit which allows you to understand to a greater extent how computers and microprocessors and different electrical components work. And I wanted to get my hands dirty with this thing since a very long time ago, but I couldn't do it because I got really busy with medicine. But now I have a bit more free time, especially with lockdown, where I've got basically nothing to do for most of my day. So I'm going to actually work on improving my skills with these things. I also bought a Raspberry Pi, which I'm working on as well, so I'm going to learn about coding this as well. So let's see what ends up happening in that regard as well, because I actually have a strong passion of understanding how we can integrate technology and the practice of medicine into one to make something amazing. I think technology is the future of medicine, and it's imperative that everyone from now onwards has a good degree of understanding of technology so that we can actually improve at a much faster rate than we are at the moment. So without further ado, let's start. So let's unbox this first. I'll show you guys what's inside. I'm breaking the seal, and there you go. Seal's broken, warranty void. Just kidding. I don't know if this thing has warranty. Okay, so it's focusing on me, so let's see what I can do. So here's the Arduino. The box has been opened, and that's what's inside. The first thing you get out of it is this book. There's this book, and this actually contains the details for a lot of different projects that we can do with the breadboards and stuff. The next thing you see is this stickers. So there's this sticker here, focus. There you go. And there's this little thank you note card, which I think is quite sweet. The next thing is you open this bit, I think, and inside you're greeted with a whole bunch of little boxes. There are lots of little boxes. Let's find out what's inside those little boxes. But first things first, let's actually find the star of the show. Here it go. That's the box for the actual Arduino, I think. It's the Arduino Uno R3. I bought a starter kit. This is the starter kit. Obviously, I'm not a pro. I'm learning everything from the ground up. So this is an Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno R3. Okay. The next box contains this DC starter motor. That's what it looks like. It contains a servo motor, not starter motor. I'm an idiot. This is a servo motor. The next box contains the starter kit breadboard and different other components, jumper wires as well. The next one contains this LCD display, liquid crystal display, LCD. It's funny because LCD already has display and it's like liquid crystal display when we say LCD display, which is quite irritating sometimes. Next thing is this starter kit USB cable, right? And the final thing is this starter kit electronics components. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of components. Now we've got this plastic thing here. No, it's not plastic, it's like a paper. I'm assuming this is one of the projects that we get to do later on. We have this. I have no idea what this is. If anyone knows what this is, just let me know. Another one of those plastic things. I'm assuming these are just parts you remove. This, I don't know what this is, to be honest. And another wood like paper part thing. I'm assuming these paper parts are all part of one experiment, and this is probably another experiment that I'm not entirely sure of. And that's it inside the box. So the box is empty. Let's put everything back inside to keep everything relatively clean, and let's open each of these boxes one by one, and I'll show you what's inside it. So the Arduino box, I just opened it, and let's see. Inside we find the actual Arduino itself. There you go. That's the Arduino. That's what it looks like from the top, right? From this side, from the bottom, from the back, from here, and the basic layout of it. If you guys want to know what it looks like, the Arduino Uno R3. I'm going to be putting it back in its box just so I don't damage it. And next thing we're going to open is this servo kit. So let's see what's inside the servo kit. And it looks like it just has a motor inside. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this servo here. I don't know what the strength of this servo is. I just know it's a servo. And we've got some attachments for the servo. So we've got this T attachment, this L attachment, and the right angle attachment with some screws as well. This is what I guess we'll be using to connect our servos to different things. And alongside that, they gave us this DC motor. I think this is a brushed motor. Yeah, this looks like a brushed motor with like a brass pinion on the top. I don't know if you can see it, if it's focusing or not. There's this brass pinion here on the top, and this I guess is what drives our gears. And put these two back. There's nothing else in this box. Put these two back in the box just so that we can keep everything relatively manageable. The next thing we've got is this box, which is the cable box. It's got a USB cable inside. I don't know how big this USB cable is, so nothing, empty. And we've just got a USB cable. This is a USB type A, so it looks like a USB type A cable, right? Yes, this looks like a USB type A cable to this printer cable type attachment. I don't know what this connection is called, but I see this often on the printers, and obviously your typical USB as well, so not USB-C. The Raspberry Pi has USB-C, as you can see. That's the USB-C port right there. I'm guessing these are supposed to be relatively cheap, redundant things. Next thing is this box. It contains an LCD display. Let's see what's inside. There we go. And here's our little LCD display. There's this little foam thing at the back here. I'm assuming that's to protect the pins, because the pins do stick out quite a bit. That's like a good 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeter long pins, and this thing is like protecting it. Whoop. There you go. And I guess this goes back on just to make sure nothing gets bent. And the LCD display itself is pretty cool. It's got this film on top of it, which I'm not going to remove just yet. I don't want to scratch it. I'm a bit OCD when it comes to these things. I don't like scratching my new things. Once they're a little bit used, then I usually go nuts with them, but just for that initial new phase, I don't like to damage them that much. The next thing is this box. It contains the breadboard and jumper kits. Okay, so let's have a look. Here we go. That's what it looks like, the little packet. Nothing else inside. This little packet has like Ziploc bags inside. Each Ziploc bag contains a different thing. So here's the breadboard. Pretty stock standard breadboard. I think this is a 70 pin. Not entirely sure, but let me know if you guys do know. It's interesting. And then we've got, of course, different cables. So green and yellow here, red and orange here. Some shorter cables here, and some even shorter cables here. And all of these I think is to make connections between the breadboard components when we actually make our experiments. I think with the breadboard you can make a lot of different things. You can actually make a functioning computer with it. I think there's a video online where I saw a guy made an actual computer which was able to display the words "Hello World" to the screen, the LCD screen that comes with the Arduino, which I thought was pretty cool. That you can actually manipulate it to the component level, and that's what I want to do. I want to understand how circuitry and technology works at a basal level, rather than just taking it for granted like most people often do. Okay, so that's done. Which one do I have left? I think I've got the electronics component box left. And that's the last one. Oh yeah, that's what I haven't shown you this one. So it's a box, it contains all these things. Looks like it has lots of resistors and stuff inside. Open. Yes, okay. Yes, so this one's gonna be messy. Seems to be a lot of free things inside. Okay, let's make some space before we make a huge mess. Put this back in its box and put it away. Put this away. This thing obviously is for this one. This thing is gone. I'll just put this back in its box like so, and then just close everything back, just so that we don't end up making a huge mess. There, and this thing goes on the bottom here. What box did this come out of? This came out of this box. Put it back. There, good. Okay. So let's have a look at this particular box and what's inside it. There you go. And I'm just gonna pour it down on the ground and hope for the best I don't lose anything. And here we go. Oopsie daisy. Your mice here. Your mice here. Go. Go, go, go. Go. So there's this thing here, which is some kind of pin. I don't know what kind of pin this is. We got this whole band of resistors here. Yep, so whole got this whole little strip of resistors here, which is pretty cool. And I have no idea what these things are. They're probably some kind of capacitor. Probably a capacitor. Same thing with this. I think they're either MOSFETs or something, or transistors or thermistors, something like that. I think this is a capacitor. This looks like a capacitor to me. They're obviously LEDs, so this is an LED here. There's a red one, there's other ones. There's these boxy thingies, which I have no idea about. And there's this 9-volt battery connector. Yeah, so you can use this to power something. I have no idea what the Arduino is about. I'm going to learn this as an absolute beginner when I do start learning about it. So please do understand that and don't be too harsh on me. I appreciate knowledge, but I also know that I'm absolutely have no idea what the hell I'm talking about most of the time with these things. So if you have knowledge to share, go for it. Weird pin thingy. Oh, some box thing. I have no idea. Just gonna put these back inside because they're starting to overwhelm me a bit. This is a really good business that Arduino has going on here, where they can just make a fortune out of selling these little tiny component things, which I'm pretty sure they have for sale on their website. I didn't get this directly from Arduino because they were charging me almost $100 to have it shipped to me. So not $100, it was probably like close to 50, but yeah, it was just way too much. And yeah, back in its little pouch, and let's put it back in its box before any of the parts go missing. I hate it when parts go missing and I can't complete a puzzle. And this, in a way, is basically just a electronic puzzle where You learn by getting things wrong. That's pretty much what coding is, from what I remember. You learn things, you get things wrong, you get more things wrong, you try again, you get something else wrong, and before you know it, you have actually procured, again, the little book. I'll try to record as I attempt every single one of these experiments, and you guys can go with me, and you guys can pretty much come along with me, and we can try and figure out how this thing goes. Obviously, I'm not a professional Arduino user, so my experience will be pretty much as basic as you can get. So please do stay tuned. Consider subscribing for more content. I am a medical channel as well as technology channel. So if that's something you're into, I guess you'll find something of use here. And yeah, I plan on starting a project with the Raspberry Pi very soon that I will hopefully tackle over the next few weeks, and then I'll upload it, and then we can see what fun we can have. I'm thinking of making like a little mini game with coding on Python and running it on the Raspberry Pi just to kick it off, because I haven't really done anything with it just yet, because I know this is a very powerful little computer. It can emulate a lot of really nice games, so we'll see. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Do like, leave a comment, and whatever else is there, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys eventually.